Welcome. My name is Maureen Atala from the UCLA International Education Office. UCLA International Education Office is the one-stop shop for study abroad. At our office, you can consult with study abroad advisors and coordinators, and we can connect you with peers who have studied abroad themselves. Today, I'll be leading this session along with my colleagues, Andrew Bottom and Sandy and Magda from the International Institute. This webinar is part of our Global Learning Opportunities Week, which we're showcasing the different types of programs offered, as well as funding opportunities and other related sources. This session is being recorded and will be available on the on-demand section of our Global Opportunities Week website on our website at ieo.ucla.edu/glow. So our agenda overview will first discuss COVID-19. We'll go through some Study Abroad 101 refreshers, major and minor requirements, as well as sample programs and any Q&A session, any Q&A questions that you may have at the end. So Study Abroad and COVID-19. For today's session, we primarily want to highlight that after an 18-month hiatus, we are back and fall 2021 programs are in person once again, and we expect subsequent terms to run barring worsening conditions. If you'd like to learn more about how our programs are running and what safety precautions the UC system is taking, we encourage you to check out our 15-minute presentation on COVID-19 on our Globe page. So one of the most important things that we want to discuss in this presentation is to renew or apply for your passport as soon as possible. The pandemic has left the U.S. State Department with an extensive backlog on applications, and it's currently taking about 4 to 5 months for U.S. citizens to get a passport from door to door. We strongly encourage students who can to apply for a passport as soon as possible, and a few programs require students to secure a student or visitor visa before departure to enter certain countries. This may require students to have a passport well before their departure date. So just please keep that in mind when you are looking to renew or apply for a passport. Study Abroad 101 refreshers, I'd like to hand this over to Andrew, who will discuss.
Hi, everyone. My name is Andrew Bottom. I'm the Associate Director for the Global Internship Program at IEO. And as Maureen was saying, we wanted to go over a little bit about Study Abroad 101. This is a session that we recommended everyone, if you have not viewed already, to go to our ieo.ucla.edu/glow webpage where you can watch it on demand. It covers things such as program types, how credit transfer works, cost and funding, so how to fund your study abroad, the different application processes and timelines. So it really kind of goes over a lot of the basics of study abroad. And because each of these more specific info sessions, we tend to focus more so in this case on your specific discipline or regions of the world. We wanted to make sure that students, if you have not done so already, are able to review that information so that you know all the basics to study abroad prior to applying. Before we move forward and discuss more specific programs for International Institute majors and minors, here's a couple refreshers that we'll go over briefly from the 101 session, as we'll be discussing some of these types of programs and information in this current session. First, some of the program types you might hear about today and just in general for study abroad include university immersion. These are study abroad programs at a local university where you are going to attend with local students and other UC peers. You will find these types of programs with the University of California Education Abroad program, or otherwise known as UCEAP. Additionally, there are faculty-led programs. These are led by UCLA faculty, are usually short-term experiences in the summertime, and it's known at the UCLA IEO office as travel study. So when you hear travel study, those are faculty-led programs. In addition, there are various intern and research abroad opportunities where you can get experiential learning done and earn academic credit. We have the Global Internship Program, as well as UCEAP provides internship and research opportunities as well. And then there's a dozen other types of more specific experiences that you might find for study abroad that we won't talk about here today, but are more specialized. And so specifically when you're reviewing UCEAP options, they have hundreds of different opportunities, and you might find some more specific research opportunities or specialized programs. Something we also like to point out is we do have a new tool on our website. It's called How to Choose Your Program. It's a great tool if you are just starting your journey, trying to figure out a program to study abroad. If you go to our webpage, ieo.ucla.edu, or use the bit.ly link here on our presentation, you can go to our website, click on Get Started, and then How to Choose Your Program. This will help you narrow down what type of program might be best for you based on your major, based on location, based on what you're really trying to get out of your experience. And finally, so for financial aid or scholarships, we just wanted to note that yes, you can use UCLA financial aid to study abroad, and there are scholarships available. So if you normally are a student who is eligible for financial aid, then you as well would be eligible for financial aid for study abroad. And we do have various scholarships available on our webpage. Please note that on the GLOW website that we talked about at the beginning of this presentation, there are various on-demand sessions that we've done throughout this entire GLOW week, including one from the Financial Aid Office and from our Associate Director of Scholarships, where they go more in depth on how to apply for financial aid, what it covers, what to expect, as well as the different scholarship opportunities you could find. And lastly, as far as when to apply, this is very general information, but usually we ask students to start looking as early as 9 months before the program start date. Just as an idea right now, summer 2022 and fall 2022 programs are currently now open for enrollment, or maybe not all, but various are already available for enrollment. And then by towards the end of this fall quarter, all of the summer and fall 2022 programs would be open. So just note that you do prepare yourself quite far in advance. Most of the programs, or a lot of them, are not necessarily competitive, at least in the case of UCEAP. Those programs, generally, if you meet the minimum requirements, you will be able to get accepted into the program. There are some like travel study or global cities you'll hear of that are first come, first serve, where you do need to meet the eligibility and apply by a certain timeline. Then there are more selective programs like global internships, where it is a more selective process and you are selected based on your application. So anyways, we're excited to talk to you more in depth now about International Institute major and minor relevant programs. I'll hand it back over to Maureen.
Thank you, Andrew. So studying abroad is UCLA International Institute major or minor. So I'd like to hand this off to Sandy, who will go more in depth about the requirements.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sandy Valdivieso, and I'm the International Development Studies and Global Studies Counselor. So we're going to talk about UCEAP programs eligibility. So a lot of our students are interested in studying abroad, and before choosing programs, we usually advise them to begin reviewing your requirements, and we can do this with you as well. Review what GE, major, minor requirements you have left, or perhaps foreign language and upper division units. So by looking at what you're missing, we can try to fill in those and take courses to fulfill those requirements. Next slide. And so we have a database. That's step 2. After reviewing the requirements, we have a database on our website where we have, and this is for UCEAP only, we have listed some programs in some of the countries offered by UCEAP. And so here you could see this students selected Argentina, and there are a few different universities in Argentina that offer different programs and different courses. And here you could see what the course title is and also the requirement that fulfills, for example, in this case for IDS, the IDS major. So that's one place to start. We don't have all the programs available here, but this is a place where you can start looking at the type of courses and programs we approve. And next slide.
And maybe I will take over. My name is Magda Yamamoto. I'm the advisor for the international and area studies majors and minors. So one thing to remember when you are planning your travel abroad is that at least 6 upper division courses for the major must be taken at UCLA. So this is important, especially for those students who are thinking of going abroad, studying abroad for a year or so. You do not need to take only courses for the major. But you should remember that those the grades that you will receive will be calculated into your overall GPA. So you can take any courses that will count for your unit requirement. The courses that you want to apply to your major or minor must focus on the scope of your major. So in the case of international development, it has to be something related to the development studies, same with global studies or area studies. So if you're taking courses in anthropology, those courses should focus on one of those topics of your major. Core courses, if you're taking any core courses or planning to take any core courses abroad, they should cover the same material as UCLA courses. So sometimes if we meet, we may advise you that it's better to plan your coursework at UCLA so that core courses are taken at UCLA, just so that you're not, there are no last minute you're not looking for courses in the last minute. Next slide. So if you want to go abroad and take courses for your major, you should check first with me or Sandy. You should send us the course description of the course that you're planning to take abroad. After you take the course, or whenever, as soon as the course syllabus is available, you can forward the syllabus to us. And then you submit the formal petition to apply the course for your major. Thank you.
Thank you both. So UCLA Travel Study. As Andrew mentioned, these are 3 to 5 week summer-only programs with UCLA faculty. Travel study programs combine the excitement abroad with the academic rigor of classes taught by UCLA faculty. Applications open November 18th, and all program fees will be updated on our website in November, so please check back for that. So I'd like to highlight our travel study global studies opportunities, travel study opportunities. The first up is Global Studies Paris. This program is taught by Professor Ali Badad. This program explores the questions of Americanization in France and how it's been addressed. Highlights include visits to museums and a river tour, and lodging is in a student dormitory in Paris. Next program is Global Studies New York City. This program is taught by Kyle Rostiala. This program is designed for students interested in international diplomacy and politics in areas like human rights, development, international criminal court, and war crimes. The courses are Global Studies 110A and Global Studies 110B. Highlights include visits to the UN headquarters and UN development program. And housing is in the NYU student dorms. This is a new program taught by Professor David Kim. This program will introduce students to the history, politics, and governance of international human rights. This program offers students a rare opportunity to live in a global center of international human rights in The Hague, Netherlands. Highlights would include museum visits, weekend excursions to Brussels, and it's a very exciting opportunity, so please look out for that one for next summer. Global Health in Peru, located in Lima and Iquitos, Peru. This program is deferred to 2023, taught by Akela Kalkonda. This program helps students reach a better understanding of how diversities and disparities in people and place impact human health, using Peru as a case study. Highlights are 1 week in Peruvian Amazon, visits to rural and urban public health establishments, a trip to a manatee rescue, and classes at Universidad Peruana. I don't know if I said that correctly, but hopefully I did. East West Medicine Shanghai, located in Shanghai, China. This program is 4 weeks long, and coursework include Global Health 110A, Global Health 110B. This program is taught by Wei Jun Zhang and is designed with pre-health, medical, nursing, and public health students in mind. This program might not run for next summer, but we'll know more in the next few weeks, and we'll update the website accordingly. Some highlights include developing a personal health plan with traditional techniques, Tai Chi lessons, and guided visits to hospitals and clinics. Lastly, we have our newly approved Global Studies program in Tokyo, Japan, taught by Professor Bob McCann. This course addresses how foreign businesses succeed and fail in Japan and look at unique facets of industries, including marketing, technology, gaming, entertainment, and hospitality in Japan. Coursework is IAS 110A and 110B, and more to be announced next month, so check out our website for that as well. Now I'd like to hand it off to Andrew, who will discuss global internships.
All right, so we have also some opportunities for International Institute majors and minors with our global internship program. These again are summer internships for specifically UCLA students. This upcoming summer, we currently have placements offered in person in Bogota and Medellin, Colombia, Buenos Aires, Argentina, Cape Town, South Africa, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, London, UK, and also virtual programs. As far as the program itself, as an International Institute major or minor, you would be applying through what's called the Global Affairs internship track. The program includes 8 weeks of in-country internship or virtual internship, as well as 10 weeks of online courses. So students who are doing the internship program, you would be getting between 4 to 8 units of academic credit. One of the mandatory course is the 195 CE International Area Studies internship course, as well as an optional CESC 130 Intercultural Communication in the Global Workplace course. Please note that these courses may fulfill electives for some of the International Institute majors or minors by petition, so you would want to be speaking with Magda and Sandy about that. These internships are academic, so they are unpaid. During your time abroad or doing your virtual internship, the in-person hours would be between 32 to 40 hours a week if you're doing in-person, so pretty much full-time. And if you do decide to do a virtual internship, it's 20 to 30 hours per week. The registration is coming up very quickly, everyone. So it is October 25th. We open enrollment and close enrollment on December 5th. So we definitely encourage you, if you are interested, to reach out for more questions. We'll have some contact information at the end of the session and to apply. There is a $300 deposit that's required to secure your place in the program, but please note that after you apply for the program, you will do an advising appointment with one of our in-country partners. So let's say you're interested in going to Colombia. Our in-country partners in Bogota would speak with you on Zoom, get a little more information about yourself, your career interests, your goals. And then eventually around the first week of January is when we make decisions of who's accepted into the program. And at that point, there would be the ask to put down a deposit to secure your place on the program. So there's no requirement for any deposit up front. So we definitely encourage you to apply. And then in addition to the travel study faculty-led programs and the global internship programs, there are various UCEAP programs, which is a UC system-wide education abroad program, as well as Global Cities, which is a program run through the UCLA International Education Office, where students spend session A at a university abroad, such as in Barcelona, with a cohort of local students in Barcelona, and then comes back to campus on session C with that same cohort of local students to UCLA. And so in a sense, students in Barcelona, let's say, would be sharing their culture and, learning, you'd be learning from them a little bit more about the local sights and sounds. And then those students come back to UCLA and you're kind of the host here on campus. So please note there are various other programs we did not highlight today just because of the short presentation, but we definitely encourage you to go to our website to learn more about other opportunities that you have to study abroad and fulfill any sort of requirements you might have. We'll open it up now to any questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording first, and then we will use the Q&A tool. If you have any questions, to please type those in the Q&A tool now, and we can respond to those.